Yeah, hi everyone, welcome to Emsley Lodge for another week. Really quiet week. I didn't even have a single runner this week, but it doesn't mean we're not flat out busy. But yeah, I don't know, last time I didn't have a single runner for a week, but just things aren't really falling our way, sort of finding races. It's a little bit gone this way again this week. But anyway, we'll head off to the races with a couple of horses this week. Okay, where will we start off? We will start off with Friday at Pakenham. Now, a couple of horses in there. In the staying race, I've got Young Hostess. She had no luck at all her last start. In fact, bloody poor little thing. She hasn't had a lot of luck this whole prep. She's just cards haven't fallen her way this prep. And even tomorrow, she's drawn the car park, so she needs a really good ride from Jake. Look, she seems to be going okay. She just, whether she's come to the end of her run this prep, I'm not sure. The poor thing's just had so many starts that just you draw a line through, it's a little bit difficult. But anyway, back to the synthetic over the 2200. She raced really well there last year, so and even her run the other day was really good. So she'll go well. Just hope the cards work out for her. I've also got Iron Fox in the same race, but he is an emergency, so we need a couple of scratchings to come out. But if he doesn't go around there, he'll probably go around at Matoa on Monday. But he won very impressively, same track, same distance. Goes up significantly in grade, so we probably find out where we're at with him tomorrow. So I really hope he does get a run. Drawn a good gate, Callow rides again, so you know you send him around there and you find out exactly where you're at. There's no guessing. If he measures up, well, he might make himself a really nice horse. If he doesn't, well, we can always take him somewhere a little bit weaker, but they're a bit difficult. Fortune Rose. Okay, so Fortune Rose, we've spoken to the owners at length about this horse, and we just want her to begin, relax, and then hit the line. I think we're going to win one, maybe two more races with her, keep doing what we're doing. So we're going to try and stretch her out and get her to a mile. Now, she's drawn barrier 1 tomorrow, which just gives us a chance to sort of jump out and just lob our hands on her neck, get her to relax and hit the line nice and strong over 1400. Then we'll step up to a mile her next start. So previously, she's if there's been no speed in the race, she's gone too hard and sort of been a bit weak. So we put a crossover noseband on her just to pull her head a little bit, and we'll just ride her nice and quiet from the gate. So really interesting horse. She does handle the synthetic well. Big long straight at Pakenham should suit us. Vavoose. Now we've got her in there. I don't really like that race. She's drawn awkwardly, and I don't know if there's enough speed. There's only probably a couple of horses that roll forward, and they're sort of only 11 and 1200 metre horses. So I might even pull the pin from that. I need her to run her in races where there's genuine speed. There's a nice little race next Wednesday at Cranbourne, which we might do that. I'll have a good look at the field and see what scratchings hold up, but I might just scratch her from tomorrow and keep her for next Wednesday. Okay, Saturday we go to Caulfield with Prince Ziggy, second up over 1700. He's probably still at least one run short, Ziggy. He spelled really well, went fair first up. I thought, he probably went as good as his track work told us he was going to go. So he sort of needs to improve a little bit up in this high grade to sort of start winning. So I'd expect he'll probably need this run again. Hopefully he can go around okay. We'll punch him out and go reasonably forward on him. He's drawn the middle, so be positive and try and put him in the first 4 or 5 and give him a good hard gallop tomorrow on Saturday at Caulfield, and then progress up to the 2000 metres. He probably, the way he's working, he's not as sharp as he was last time, so probably gives him his chance to run 2400. We might just test that over a reasonable trip this time and just sort of see, because I think late in the spring the stayers are all going to be running in the big races, and the second grade races might not be as strong as they normally would be. Hence a horse like Ziggy could probably step up to one of those races. So anyway, a lot of interest in him on Saturday. Okay, Sunday, Moonee Valley. Now, it was a Ballarat meeting, and I was going to have 4 or 5 runners there, but they've transferred the meeting from Ballarat to Moonee Valley, which is interesting, and they've changed all the distances of the races. So, unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to run a couple. They stepped the 1400 up to a mile and the 1100 metres back to that little 1000 metres around the valley. So just a completely different sort of type of races. So, I will take Pink Angel. I want her to, I need her to do some racing. So, and she's really, really well, the horse. So she'll go to the 1000 metres at the Valley. 1000 metre class 1, I thought at Ballarat out of that big long chute would just suit her down to the ground. But anyway, she's a little bit of a difficult horse, isn't she? She doesn't really handle genuine heavy tracks, and the rider said she didn't really like the kickback on the synthetic. So middle of winter, doesn't handle a synthetic and doesn't handle a wet track. A hard horse to place. So hopefully the track at the Valley's okay. They are forecasting a bit of rain on Saturday, so a little bit, a very, very difficult horse to place at the moment, that horse, but she's going really well, so I need to get her to the races. So we'll send her around at the Valley on Sunday. Hopefully it's not too wet. Monday, Matoa. Now, I'm a Fox's second emergency tomorrow at Pakenham, so if he doesn't go around at Pakenham, he'll go up to Matoa. back to a 58 grade where he'll get a run, just needs to draw a gate and he'll box seat and be hard to beat around there. I'd much prefer to keep him on the synthetic track at Pakenham, but anyway, if he doesn't get a run, he doesn't get a run, so he'll probably go there. Okay, Tuesday at Seymour. A little filly called Holy Ganges. I'll give her a solid gallop Saturday morning and see how she works. And she's only had the one trial, so she's very, very green. She's had a couple of jump outs here at the farm, but unfortunately at the moment with the lockdown, we're not allowed to go anywhere other than our local track. And unless you want to keep trialling them on the synthetic and have them breaking down, we've only really very limited with grass trials, so it's very, very difficult at the moment anywhere. So we've given her a couple of jump outs here. She does everything right, so I'm just really taking a punt that we can sort of jump and travel and finish off. Really nice sort of filly. She's a very progressive sort of horse, so I would say she's probably going to need a couple of runs to get up to, say, a mile where she'll start being really competitive, but I need to get her to the races and almost use them as hard trials. So, but she'll more than likely go around there if she works up okay Saturday. Wednesday at Cranbourne. Now, Vavoose, I've got her in at Pakenham on Friday. If she doesn't go there, she'll go to Cranbourne on Wednesday. Now, she ran a really good race in this exact grade at Sandown last week. Probably hit you in the face to send her around in the same sort of grade. You would tend to think, just with that hard run under her belt, that she'll improve. She doesn't have to improve all that much to be really competitive on Wednesday. So Vavoose will either go around Friday at Pakenham or Wednesday at Cranbourne, probably leaning towards the Wednesday meeting at Cranbourne.
G'day guys, welcome to Around the Stables. This week's horse is a horse called Holy Ganges. Purchased her last year at the Melbourne Gold Yearling Sale. She's by reward for effort out of Bess River. She's actually a close relation to Cowbardo, another mare we have. So probably what struck Jamie and the client when they purchased her at the Yearling Sale was her stride of her length of stride and the way she walked out, and there was certainly, I know something I think Jamie's harped on to me about 100 times about how good she walked out at the Yearling Sale, and that's certainly why they bought her. So she had a trial the other day at Geelong, and she's pretty much ready to go to the races. She had another jump out at the farm on Tuesday and jumped out really well. And she's probably purchased her as a staying sort of filly, but the way she sort of jumped out at the trials and here at the farm, she showed a bit of speed, so that's always good. And we'll probably step her up. I think there's a race at Seymour over 1,200 metres, so that's sort of where all roads lead to Seymour. If not, then we can always wait a week and find another race. But yeah, she's pretty much ready to go to the races, and yeah, look forward to seeing how she goes.
Yeah, that's it for another week at Emsley Lodge. Thanks for watching. Just here with me old mate Lorenzetti. You have a look at him, middle of winter, he's got hair on him 3 inches long, and he looks like a little pony, but he's a little beauty, this horse. Just had a tiny little tendon strain, so he's had a really good long spell, and the tendon looks fantastic. So we'll give him another couple of months off, we'll bring him back and race him through summer, and he'll be a beauty. Be interesting to see where he gets in racing here, this horse. His last start, you have a look at him, you wouldn't think so. His last start, he absolutely bolted in at Sandown over a good distance. So nice little staying horse who hopefully he'll make it into a really genuine sort of, might even make a little country cups horse next year. So, but it's funny, isn't it? In the middle of winter, you have a look at him, you wouldn't think they're any good. But anyway, he's a beauty. What have we got this week? A few things, fairly busy, doing a few miles. It's really difficult to place horses at the moment. With their chopping and changing distances and moving them off the grass onto the synthetic, and yeah, haven't had a lot of luck on the synthetic this year. So anyway, we'll keep going. Quite a few young horses trialling at the moment, so going through a process of who's who and how far they're going to get, and hopefully get a few to the races. A couple of nice young horses that I was going to run at Ballarat this week. They'll probably have to wait the following week and go to Geelong next week, so and they'll definitely run there. So until next week, see you later. Sunday is Moonee Valley, right? He's probably only a couple of months off coming back into work, but you can see he's only a little fella, and